campaign with a defeat against Young Boys in the awfully named stadium, the Wankdorf, and it's absolutely wank night for Manchester United fans, to be totally honest. And I felt sorry for those 1,800 that were out there in Switzerland to enjoy it. Of course, they have got the delights of Switzerland and Bern to cheer themselves up, and I'm sure they'll be down in plenty of beer as well. But Manchester United lose their opening Champions League game, and it started so well after a delightful pass by Bruno Fernandes had found Cristiano Ronaldo scoring, and Manchester United 1-0 up. You start to think, Young Boys, the whipping boys of the group, surely this means Manchester United are going to score 2, 3, 4 more, and we're going to continue, and we're going to go for a happy, happy night this evening. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Individual errors followed from Wan-Bissaka, from Jesse Lingard, and from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well, because I think he did make mistakes today. Let's talk about the first error from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, first touch, awful. Second touch, a tackle. He dives into a challenge. He gets sent off. Now, me personally, if I was the referee, I'm probably not sending him off. But when he made the challenge, I initially thought he's going to get sent off here. The referee is going to send him off. And that's exactly what happened. Aaron Wan-Bissaka got sent off. Man United are 1-0 up, down to 10 men. And suddenly, the stadium is lifted. Young Boys fans think, wow, we're in this game now. Manchester United are 10 men. Manchester United 10 men. Surely we can now get back into this game. And that red card gave Young Boys an initiative, gave Young Boys an opportunity to smell blood. And they never looked back from that point. At half time, I did feel like we'd probably see it through. But that was because I trusted us with the players that we have to be able to see it through, to be able to maybe even go and grab another goal on the break. But that's not what we did. And I thought the decisions that were made by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of substitutions were very, very poor. In terms of tactics, were very, very poor. I thought the first substitution that he should have made was one of Fred or Donny van der Beek. Now, a hard decision to make, given that you've just given Donny van der Beek a start. Fred needs match fitness. But I thought, take off Fred or Donny van der Beek, drop Pogba back into the midfield, leave Sancho out wide, and you've got something there, you know what I mean? You've got a wide outlet. You've got someone that can get you going forward. But what we did was, we took Sancho off, and obviously, we had Bruno and Pogba out wide, kind of. And we had Fred and Donny van der Beek in the middle with Ronaldo up top. And I thought it just didn't work. I would have liked to have seen maybe Pogba drop back into the middle, or even you sacrifice Paul Pogba and you leave some natural width out there. And I think without that natural width, we were just so easy to defend against on the counter-attack and everything. So I thought the substitution, once the red card happened, was incorrect by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And then I thought in the second half, when you've got a chance to make substitutions, when you've got a chance to change the game, I thought we were too negative. I thought we invited them onto us. I didn't disagree with the substitution of Cristiano Ronaldo. And I know a lot of people are using the picture of Ronaldo coming off and Lingard going on as a stick to beat Oli with. I don't think bringing Ronaldo off was the issue here. Cristiano Ronaldo has played 90 minutes twice this season. He's played 90 minutes twice this season. You know, he needs fitness, and he wasn't offering us anything anyway in terms of pressing going forward. He wasn't, providing us with something. And when you're playing with 10 men, maybe bringing Cristiano Ronaldo off was the right thing to do. But the substitutions itself, we had Lingard and Matic come on then. And I thought that basically it just meant we sat off them really, really badly. Lingard was maybe better for in terms of the press and, having someone pushing forward and having someone on the defensive line. But then you lose, you lose Bruno Fernandes, who, yes, Bruno Fernandes is, it wasn't having the greatest games, but he's always an option. He's always someone there. He's always, chucking himself into a challenge and that. So I thought today the substitutions were really, really poor. And I thought tactically to sit back and allow them onto us was daft, was proper daft. And it was reminiscent of Istanbul Başakşehir. Now you can say that, 10 men, once we went down to 10 men, it was a difficult position to be in, and it was a difficult place to fight back from. and I totally understand. But we played against young boys. We played against a team that are the whipping boys of the group, and we played against a team that should have been, we should have been thinking, right, young boys now are going to start pressing, they're going to start attacking, they're going to start flying out of positions. Let's try and counter-attack this. Let's try and get a little bit of pace going forward. But once you brought off Bruno and Ronaldo, and again, I didn't mind Ronaldo coming off, once you brought off both of them, you lost any initiative in the attacking third. And unfortunately, we gave the initiative to them. And they got the equaliser, which I feel like they did deserve, the equaliser. But then they also got the winner as well. And the winner came from another individual mistake. The winner came from Jesse Lingard giving the ball away. Jesse Lingard on the edge of his own box. It looks like he's going to play it back to David De Gea, but he plays it through and it comes to their striker who rounds the keeper and scores. And it was a horrible, horrible mistake for Jesse Lingard to make. After such a great substitution appearance against Newcastle, such a great moment for him at Old Trafford on his homecoming, for him then to make that mistake, it sets him back a little bit again. It probably takes a little bit of a hit of his confidence and everything. But today, I thought we gave the initiative to young boys. Once Wan-Bissaka made that mistake and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's substitutions I thought were wrong and tactically we were a little bit wrong, we gave the initiative to young boys and they won the game, and maybe deservedly so. Not sure if they definitely deserved a point. Whether they deserved the win or not is another thing. Alex says Greenwood should have come on for Ronaldo. That was another thing. I think it was Jay who said it during the watch along that we did. That maybe Greenwood would have been a better option because it gives us a striker, someone that plays up there, someone that can actually try and take players on. But I thought, the substitutions in the first half and then at half time go into that back five, like Kilbo Baggins says, as soon as we went to that defensive five at the back, we weren't going to threaten, and we didn't. There's a lot of people using the example of Tuchel keeping a draw against Liverpool with 10 men. Again, that shows you how you can play when you have 10 men. Now, I do think Tuchel is more of a defensively minded manager, but today, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went defensive with his changes and with his selection and with his tactics, but ultimately he got it wrong. And in the Champions League, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does need to improve. We've seen that, last season in the Champions League, great results over Leipzig, great result over Paris Saint-Germain in Paris, but then we left, we didn't do enough. We didn't beat the teams that we should have. And that's our problem here. Young boys, we should have beat them now. Part of me does feel like we would have beat young boys if we didn't go down to 10 men. We would have beaten young boys if we didn't go down to 10 men. In fact, if you don't have Aaron Wan-Bissaka's individual error, you win the game. And if you don't have Jesse Lingard's individual error, you draw the game. But despite those two individual errors, I felt tactically we could have given ourselves a better chance as well. And today, ultimately, we got it massively wrong. Maybe we underestimated young boys. Maybe, we took our eye off the ball with there being such a good feeling around the club at the moment. Who knows? But ultimately, it wasn't good enough today from Man United. We were left to pay for it. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's going to have to take the criticism for that now because he's the manager. And that's simply how it goes. But yeah, proper disappointed today. We can't be taking Champions League for Ran to Europa League, can we? Surely not. Surely not. As poor as it was today, and I've criticised the manager and I've criticised, the players for the mistakes they made. As poor as it was today, I still feel like we'll go through ultimately. But we will play better teams. We will have 2 more difficult away games. And you have to go into those games and look to beat those teams. We have Villarreal and Atalanta in the home games that we've got coming up next, and we've got 2 away games before we end it with young boys. So we need to be we need to be qualified before we play them at Old Trafford, to be fair. And this defeat is an unfortunate one, but hopefully we'll be all right. It was bad play from the manager today and those players making the mistakes, to be honest with you. We got a super chat from Sidon who says, what people tend to forget is Chelsea play with a back 3, so they get a lot of practice on that. We don't. So yes, that may be bad in game, but don't compare. Yeah, that's a good point as well. People talking about sack the manager, just ignore those idiots for the meantime. It's literally like calm down. But what I will say is more results like this in the Champions League, more results like this in the Premier League, more performances like this, because of the fact that you've brought Ronaldo in, you've got Varane, you've got Sancho, you've got this squad. Because of that, you will be held to a higher standard and you will be put under pressure. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to be held accountable for it. But I'm not going to start screaming, get the manager out and all that. It's real odd behaviour. And it's clear, look, when people are Ollieing, as soon as Manchester United win, they're using it to tell you why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the best thing since sliced bread. When you're Ollie out, they're using any little thing. Sometimes the truth lies somewhere in the middle. And I think today he got it wrong. Today he got his subs wrong. Today he's got his tactics wrong. But 2 individual errors also cost us massively. So yeah, disappointed. United lose. Champions League's just started. But still, 5 games to go. And I'm confident we'll still go through. But you never know, eh? You never know. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Keep it locked to Adam McKola TV. I did a review as well for Paddock, so go and check that out. Until next time, I'm going to get out of here now. But thank you for tuning in. See you in a bit.